Jimmy said he could handle this. Oh, he's from Los Angeles. Oh.
You're listening to episode 50 of the Let's Go podcast, Pop Culture Without the Pop. My name is Justin.
My name is Kelly.
Welcome to 2019.
Yeah, girl.
We're ready. We are ready to do 2019. We're
New
excited
year,
to talk
new
about
you.
You be you?
No, new year, new you.
New year, new you. I thought you
I don't
said
believe in that, though. I don't subscribe to that.
I'm still the same.
Still the same OG.
But I've been low key. So we're excited just to get back into doing some shows. And before we start, we just got to kick it off with the tasty beer. Kelly, let's do this.
Tasty beers.
Beers, all kinds of beers. Black, white, Puerto Rican, Chinese beers. Glug, 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 glug.
What selection do we have today?
Today we have the Fathom IPA from Ballast Point. Ballast.
Snap.
Ballast or Ballast?
Ballast.
Ballast.
Ballast. No, it's ballast because that's a point. That's a part of a ship.
There we go.
And they have the little sextant or whatever you call those. And
Oh, yes. So this is from their Discovery series.
somewhat nautical.
I'm on a Discovery. I love their artwork. So anyways, I'm going to partake.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's an IPA, which everyone, I think you can't even buy other beers anymore. It's just IPA. Anyways, I got this in part of a Ballast Point. They had this like holiday pack, and it had their had their Sculpin in there.
Mm-hmm. The go-to, which that's great. It Still
had
delicious.
Yeah, they had a I forgot what the heck it was called. It was another Sculpin, but oh man, I wish I knew the name. It was freaking delicious. But anyways, this one's good, man. This is like a West Coast style IPA.
It's refreshing.
It is definitely refreshing, and it's definitely has those orange and piney, hops popping. I really like it.
The hoppy poppy.
Yeah, I mean, if you were, let's say, everyone kind of has their go-to IPA, and I feel like we've said before, it's our Lagunitas,
Yeah.
But this is definitely in there. I would throw that into the rotation if it was just like your everyday beer, like, oh, I'm gonna go grab a beer. I'm gonna get this Fathom IPA. It's going down deep.
Yeah.
So,
I like it.
So I like it. It is a good one. So what would you rate it based on our Let's Go system of rating, which we didn't even get to?
We didn't get to it.
So is it a gotta go, Kelly? Is it a let's go? Is it a go? Is it a don't go? Or is this straight up trash juice?
I'm gonna just say let's go.
Yeah.
It's a good beer. It's good drinkable.
Yeah.
It's definitely not trash juice.
Yeah, I'm not warm on it, So for me, it's probably between a go and a let's go.
Yeah.
I
would say on the lower side of let's go if it was.
Yeah, if you were at like a
It's a
restaurant. Yeah, it's a C. Oh man, I feel like C sounds so bad, but yeah,
it
it's
does,
kind of like a
but
C
it's
plus.
average.
Yeah, it's not.
It's passable.
It's not making me go, dude, I gotta go get this again.
Right.
But if I was at let's say I was at TGI Fridays,
Yeah.
people are meeting and they're like, oh, what do you got? They're like, well, we got Bud Light and
A Fathom
Coors
IPA.
Light, Miller Light, a Sam Adams, or we have this Fathom IPA from Ballast Point. I'm like, give me that.
Yep.
And so that's what I would do.
Yep.
So to put it in perspective of where it would be,
It's on the higher side of average.
Yes, it's on the higher side of average.
C plus.
much like myself. So on the higher side of average, you know. You got years on you. You got long in the tooth. So there we go. So there you go. It's tasty. Go have it. Go buy one, and go buy more stuff from Ballast Point if you get a chance. I'll tell you this. If you can go to their little restaurants all the
Tasting
way up
rooms.
and down, yeah, they're very delicious. There's one out in Temecula I've been to. It's very good, and the food's
Pardon
good
my
too.
throat noise. I went to
that's all
the exact same one.
That's right.
I got some. I'm trying to remember what I ate. I think it was something about nachos, some kind of nachos.
Oh man,
They were delicious. And then I got the sour wench.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's a sour with like blackberry, I think. Man, that is a tasty one. If
that
you can,
sour wrench is.
If
I've
you
had
can
that.
find that one, give it a whirl. Let me tell you. And then going back to one of our way previous episodes, we tried the Indra Canindra.
Oh yeah,
If
the
you can ever
Indra
get
Ninja. I remember that.
The Indris one, it was like it had Madras curry or some kind of curry and lime, and it sounds super weird, but man, it's tasty. I think that would be a great pairing with some delicious Indian cuisine
Oh yeah, get some curry
or Thai.
Thai. There you go. I was gonna say, you know what else came in that pack? Going back to, I was saying, hey, it was a winter pack.
Holiday pack.
The Spruce Tip Sculpin IPA. That thing was delicious.
Oh yeah. Did it taste like spruce?
It had a little bit of that.
It was a little piney.
Yeah, dude. It was.
Well,
super.
the IPAs are kind of like.
Yeah, but it had. You definitely got the like. There was like a berry flavor flipped in there, and it was great. And I wish I still had that.
I really wish you hadn't drank it.
I'm drinking that one. And there's also the Manta Ray IPA was in there.
Ooh.
So in the spirit of Black Mana, and the next thing we're going to talk about, Aquaman. I should have saved that one, but sorry I didn't.
I still want to try the habanero sculpin though.
Oh man, I haven't seen it.
I've seen it like once, and I really kicked myself for not buying it.
Oh man,
at our favorite curator of fine beers, Labadega.
You know what? I found out. So through a mutual friend Aurelio, he told me there's some crazy place. I think it's out in Redlands, California. I don't know. It's like a hole in the wall joint, but you walk in and it's like a warehouse of just tasty beers.
I think I know what you're talking about, and I'm trying to remember the name of it myself.
Yeah,
but I think I've looked up like kind of great boutique.
We need to go
liquor stores.
By the way, we'll just go and check it out because I want to get something a little different for the next time we record. Just something like off the beaten path. So
I'm down.
And if you have a recommendation, let us know. Just hit us up at Let's Go Podcast on Twitter, or email us at letsgocast@gmail.com, or hit us up on our unique social media. So anyways, okay, so we talked about, we kind of gave a little bit of a hint.
Beer is 90% water.
Beer is 90% water.
I'm just kidding. It's probably 100%.
I don't know.
There's a lot of water in it. Yeah. I was trying to segue into Aquaman, but that was terrible.
Aquaman enjoys a tasty brew.
Yeah.
Apparently, this version of Aquaman.
The Fathom, so we're under the water.
Yes.
Boom.
See? That's what I was saying. Like, it all ties in well.
All right. We have the aquatic theme going on
There
today.
you go. Jason Momoa, the man god who portrays Aquaman, he's a big Guinness guy.
Ooh.
I feel like his life is sponsored by Guinness. He's always drinking a Guinness.
Interesting.
Guinness. So if you check him out on like his like Instagram handle is Pride of Gypsies, he's always pouring. He's always pouring one.
I think even in the movie he was drinking Guinness.
Probably. I'm sure he was. All right. So
I like me a good Guinness.
Yeah, nice Guinness is fine.
Beer.
It's not my go-to, but I
like the draft over the
can.
Yeah,
I heard the can's the way to drink it though. A lot of people that are like Guinness
the can
guys,
is the draft, but there's the just the regular stout. I think is Hey, anyways,
I don't know. Yeah,
continue.
I just like that little ball in there. Shake it up.
Release all the flavor.
Yeah,
the flavor ball.
The flavor ball. You know. Yeah, it was that's a good beer. We probably should drink that one, but.
It's okay.
I need some corned beef if I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Corned beef, some cabbage. Needs to be like March.
I was like, wait, what?
Sorry. You're like, I dress up as a leprechaun. That's how I do it. All right. So let's get into Aquaman. Kelly. I always like to hear Kelly's thoughts on these things because he's not versed in the nerdy stuff like myself. But I like his takes on these things. And so, Kelly, give me your thoughts on Aquaman. Give me your wet thoughts.
My wet thoughts. Wet. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Of course, there were elements to things that I was like, oh, that's kind of cheesy, or certain inconsistencies where, everybody else, they're underwater, and I think everybody else's voice is affected but his. And
oh, really? I didn't notice that. I did notice they have kind of an echoey like vibration, which I kind of like that.
I like it because it gives you, it definitely lets you distinguish the two worlds. Mm-hmm. But then there was like a fight scene where they were on top of the water, which I don't think the one dude was supposed to be able to breathe. Mm-hmm. And because I know Aquaman, that's where he like he can transcend, he can breathe under.
It depended. I think it depended on where you were from in the kingdoms.
Oh,
like.
Because he was fighting his brother, and I thought his brother like couldn't do that because all his other minions couldn't do that.
No, he was able to because his mom's able to as well.
Ah.
So, they could have explained it better, but I do remember them saying something to the point. I want to go see it again to kind of get all those thoughts. But
nuances.
His certain people can't. That's why like all the warriors had to wear like the aqua suits when they came out.
All right.
But like him, like Orm, and what the heck was Defoe's name again? I can't think of.
I don't know.
I can't think of his name right now. Volko, and like Mara, they can all get out of there and breathe on land. So,
all right. Well, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I will say my one big gripe was the lame Rihanna version of Toto's Africa.
Oh, with Pitbull?
Yeah, whatever that was. I think it was Rihanna. It was just
I don't know. I know Pitbull was in it. That's like my biggest critique is that
was
stupid
That
song,
was awful.
dude.
That was the worst choice.
Yeah.
There was no other like songs in there that were anything out of the ordinary. So why,
there was when Black Manta was putting his helmet together, it played that Depeche Mode jam.
Okay, well,
Like,
it didn't take me out of the film, but
no, because it was just like a radio.
Okay,
playing
I'm going to play
you
the
know?
song called Africa because I'm going to the African continent.
Yeah.
Why not play Toto's Africa? That would have had me jamming way more than this.
Yeah,
Pitbull
or
garbage.
Weezer's.
Right. Yeah, either any.
Pip, it really almost assaulted me as I'm watching. I'm like,
Yeah.
because instead of just enjoying like the trip into Africa, I was
Yeah.
like, this is stupid.
Yep.
It wasn't even a well-loved song. It was just like, this is very awkward.
100%.
Yeah, so please make like the Wan cut of this movie, the James Wan cut without that song.
Please.
That felt very corporate. Like, let's throw our soundtrack song. in.
Right. Yes,
So,
precisely. Yeah.
I feel you there.
But I will say the score I
Mhm.
enjoyed very much.
Yeah, you know, people are hot or cold on the score. Some people are like, man, I didn't like it. I liked it.
I thought it was great. I thought
Yeah.
it was very Tron Legacy.
Mhm.
Like some people could say it was almost a direct I don't say bite or ripoff.
Yeah.
But I
Inspiration.
liked it. It definitely fit the world,
Yeah.
the underwater world, the aquatic world.
Mhm.
Had some synthetic components with the arpeggiation and like that's where it echoed the Tron.
Okay,
but I
so
feel like
for the uninitiated, what the heck does that mean?
the little bleeps and bloops, boop, boop,
Yeah.
boop, 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 you know, like has those kind of like
Yeah.
um,
I love it. I think
stutter
it was
steps.
really interesting way to like, you know, score an underwater like adventure movie.
Yeah,
And I liked it a lot. I was glad they didn't go typical, you know, movie score.
yeah,
So,
yeah. It wasn't
something
just
different.
symphonic. There was symphonic, but there was also like the synthetic elements. Like
Mhm.
when they got to that it wasn't Atlantis because that was like the lost city.
Mhm.
But whenever they got to like the main place when Aquaman and the chick first
I think that's Atlantis. They were there.
Okay.
Like the whole
when they first got to one of the places, I remember I was just like, yeah, that was like one of those
as
moments
they
where
were-
the
as they
music
were swimming
really
in like in that ship.
Mhm.
Yeah.
the music really lifted that part to
Yeah.
me, and like I love when scores do that. That's obviously the point of it.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was
but
definitely a
sometimes they fall
character
flat.
for me. It felt like a character of the movie.
Yeah,
The music to it.
yeah.
So,
So I very much enjoyed the score. I mean, I've heard people that didn't even like the movie, and I was like, "You're crazy! Like, I don't get it."
yeah. I mean, here's the thing. It's the number one movie in the freaking world right now. It's doing really well over in like Asia, like in China.
Yeah,
Now, it might be because the director, James Wan, you know, he's of Asian descent. He's from Australia. So he's just, people might be like, oh man, just, I don't know if it's a supportive thing, but
right.
like to me, I'm just like, I think it's just resonating with people because it's a fun time at the movies. And like, you're under the water. It's never been under the ocean like that before.
It's definitely one of the stronger DC releases in the
Yeah.
past 5
I mean, this
years.
and Wonder Woman have been. This has made more money than Wonder Woman.
Okay, well,
This
both-
movie's made more than Batman versus Superman, Suicide Squad, and Man of Steel.
Wow.
I mean, it's their number one hit of these DC Universe films.
Okay,
You know, I don't think it's beat like The Dark Knight yet or anything like that. But
right.
I mean, it's very well on its way this weekend to hit $1 billion.
Yeah.
So
Well, see, that's. I mean, I know like Batman and Aquaman are both DC.
yeah,
I get that, and some people can't remove themselves from that.
hmm
That it should be more like rooted in realism,
yeah.
like Dark Knight was.
Yeah.
And no, you have
For
to.
you were okay, like letting go, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm absolutely okay letting go.
Yeah.
While I love the crap out of the Dark Knight and
Mm-hmm.
most of the Nolan Batman
hmm
films, yeah, I'm totally okay with letting go of. I felt like even Wonder Woman was more. It was like a good hybrid between Aquaman and like the Batman. Like there was still like the war was going on, all the weapons were realistic except for Wonder Woman, which I
Yeah.
mean she's from another world, so that's understandable. So I don't know.
No, that's good. Well, and that's why I like your input on it because I'm okay either way. I can make allowances for like, okay, that they just go for a different tone. Aquaman's a different character, you
Right.
know. Making a character like Aquaman's really hard because you can go really serious with it, and people might laugh like, oh, it's Aquaman. And in my head, I may not have went the way they went with Aquaman. Like, I wouldn't have made him just like, kind of, what's up, bro? Like, Aqua Bro, I'm hard drinking dude. Like that's how he's known. People call him Aqua Bro.
Yeah.
But I don't hate the interpretation. There is some like based from the comics and some even cartoons and stuff that have made him a jovial type of guy.
Yeah.
An outsider. I think the one thing that still bugs me is the overabundance of tattoos. And I am a man with tattoos. It's the trying so hard to make him a badass that the aesthetic that Zack Snyder, who I love Zack Snyder's visuals, I think he just does amazing things, but I think they overdid the cool. Like, I think because they were trying to simulate the scales of his old orange shirt into his tattoos, which, I mean, I completely get that, but I think some of those choices don't work moving forward so much. And I don't know if they're going to like, just always cover it up. And because at the end, Homeboy looks like Aquaman. Yeah. The orange shirt and all that stuff. And they made it look really cool. Like,
I get the not anti-bro, but like the sentiment of like trying to not make him so bro.
All right.
However, I did understand that you gather from like the appearance of his father that he's like probably a Hawaiian or Pacific Islander.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Which is like those kind of tribal tattoos are big in that culture. Yeah. So it didn't remove me from it.
And no, that's a good take. That's a good.
I get both, but I was like, okay, he's like Pacific Islander, like Samoan dudes. You see those kind of like line work tribal. Not.
Well, some of that is his actual tattoo. Like Jason Momoa already has like that on his forearm, I believe, and they just kind of took it all over.
Yeah.
And so I completely understand what you're saying. Having his dad have it, I loved seeing his dad have that tattoo.
Yeah.
Because it did seem kind of like, I don't remember if his dad had it in the beginning, though.
Yeah,
or
it's like more of a family thing, not like I'm a sweet dude, bro, whatever. I don't know.
That's definitely, I completely, like, can see that. Like, I can make a...
That was its saving grace, in my opinion. Like, if they just gave him a bunch of random, like, sailor tattoos, then I'd be like, this is stupid. Like,
no, I get you. And I've seen that in the culture. Like, you even look at The Rock, he's got a lot of it, too.
Yeah.
And so that totally makes sense, like, with this interpretation of him. So, fair enough.
Speaking of The Rock, I have seen that he's been posting lately that they're doing a Fast and Furious spin-off called Hobbs and Shaw. So it's him and Jason Statham.
I don't know that world, man.
I've
seen two of them.
I think I want to say I've seen them all. They're all like, of course, they're cheesy in their own right.
I like the first one that I saw.
I like the first one. It was good, but then like some of the later ones are getting like, okay,
I saw one when I was eating pizza one time.
Or whatever.
It was the scene where it had Wonder Woman in it, and I was like, oh, that chick's gonna be Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah.
I don't know anything about. She didn't really say much. I think she was just driving a car and looking tough. Like, look at me.
Yeah.
But, anyways, overall, there was some really fun stuff. So you said cheesy. What was cheesy? Because I've heard a lot of people go, yeah, there was some cheesy stuff, and I'm like, well, it's Aquaman. Not that Aquaman means cheesy, but it means it's. I would say more. It was just fun.
See, there was cheese, but there was like nothing you could do about it because it was like, to me, it was crucial to the story. Like, obviously, when he went and like got the Aquaman suit and comes out and is like, ba ba ba, like it's the pinnacle moment. Of course, like he becomes Aquaman at that point. So it's like, of course, there's no way to avoid it, but it was there. I was just like, okay,
I think it was a big fanfare moment for like, oh, there he is.
Yeah. That's great for like, the people who understand, oh, here comes the suit, it's that moment, but there's just no way for me. I was kind of like, it's a little cheesy, but I didn't care.
So I'm going to run some things by you, and I want to hear, again, Kelly is not the comic guy. So he's just going to tell, like, he's not trying to offend or unoffend. He's like, I'm going to tell you how I feel.
Right.
As a man.
Right.
In this world. All right. So giant octopus playing the drums. What'd you think when you saw that part?
Playing the drums?
Yeah. So there was a scene where the octopus was playing the drums underwater. Topo, sorry. He's a Aquaman character. He's been in like comics. So
did I miss it?
You may have missed it. But yeah, a lot of people, that was so stupid. People got upset on that was so ridiculous.
Was it like a battle scene or something?
No, it was just like as they were like entering the world and there was a whole bunch of like Aqua stuff going on, and it was like it was during like I think it was during the battle scene right before it was. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, the fact that you've just mentioned it, I'm like, okay, it obviously didn't grab my attention enough to be like, oh, that's stupid.
Yeah.
So whatever. People being nitpicky.
Yeah. Almost like the people didn't mind in Ant-Man.
Yeah.
When giant
ants were playing the electronic drums.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
That was amazing. So okay, let's move to Black Manta. What do you think about Black Manta?
Black Manta is refresh my memory. It's been like a month.
He was the guy in the black outfit who shot laser beams.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry.
He looked like underwater Darth Vader.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah. First impression was I get that he didn't need two nemeses in my opinion.
Okay.
Like I think they could have developed the brother thing a little bit more.
Yeah.
As opposed to having a second, because there was two people to defeat.
Yeah.
And literally left Black Manta, or just leave that scene, like leave the intro alone.
Yeah.
As it was, and then not. I don't want to say not mention it, but they could have just like foregone the battle scene and you've just been like, that's weird, but tied it into a second movie.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they weren't banking on the success of it. They were just kind of like holding their breath because Batman versus Superman or not Batman versus Superman, Justice League was such a turd.
Yeah.
I
think you're 100% right. They threw everything Aquaman in that they could. And then if they could, serialize it, which they will, because it's making all this money, then we can hit it. Because here's the thing with Black Manta, he is the Aquaman villain. Like Orm, a.k.a. Ocean Master, is his brother, and there's like some terrible things that he does. But when you think of his arch nemesis, like Batman is Joker, Superman's Lex Luthor,
right? Like
people will go, Black Manta, he's the BA dude that goes against like Aquaman. And so
while they still left it open.
Yeah. And I didn't mind how they did it. And I understand where you're going from. I think you might, what comes next? I think next is Black Manta. And he got his ass handed to him.
Right.
So he just is going to come back harder now. So
yeah, I get it. I just in my mind, I was like, they don't need two. They don't need two bad guys.
Yeah. My wife didn't like him at all.
Okay.
She's like, he was cheesy. And I was like, why? She's all his helmet. I'm like, that's his helmet. Like, that's the thing that people love is this. He has this really unique looking outfit. And that's kind of what he's had since, the 60s. And, you have to embrace the silliness.
I almost didn't want to get invested in his character too much because I wanted to explore the relationship with the brother and the being the Ocean Master and the Aquaman becoming Aquaman, etc. first.
Yeah.
So like I said, they could have probably done without that whole thing.
Yeah. It's fair.
Or like I said, just leave you hanging. Like, okay, that was weird. There's some dude in a submarine and he just left him hanging.
Yeah, it was kind of cold-blooded. Like,
it was
for a hero, but like you kind of get like, you guys are pirates, you guys. And Aquaman's kind of a like, hey man, that's your problem type of guy.
Don't disrespect my house.
Yeah, but then at the end, he's kind of like, he kind of regrets it. Like, I let that guy's dad die, like, so again, he's in the hero's journey now. He's like, oh.
Right.
And even his mom ends up, spoiler, yes, FY, spoilers. Then when he meets his mom at the freaking, Jurassic Park Island, like, she's like, the whole thing is like, we don't need a king, we need a hero. And so like, oh, now he's a hero, because he even said like, they try to like reference Justice League in the little moment. They're like, you helped stop Steppenwolf. He's like, whatever, he's just like trying to like, whatever about all that stuff. Like now he's ready to be a hero. And so that's what I kind of liked at the end. So
yeah, I get the development. I just feel like it could have been saved.
Fair enough.
I don't know.
Yeah. So
but overall, like, and I do agree. I guess I will agree with Berg a little bit on the cheesiness. Like his demeanor was just too like, oh, okay, obviously he's gonna be mad now. Blah 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 blah. It was almost too expectant. Yeah. To where if they would have taken more time and made this a whole separate film to develop the relationship or whatever. Yeah. And maybe even build Black Manta's relationship with his father more so you care more. It was just like a 15-minute like.
Yeah, it was like, here's a knife from your grandfather.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Dad.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It was like trying to squeeze too much in almost.
Yeah. They could probably do flashbacky stuff in the sequel.
Right.
Like, you took my father from me. Or
right, but you probably could have built the entire movie without that character in it and brought him in on the second.
You already know what's going to happen in the next movie.
Obviously.
Is Black Man is going to kill Aquaman's dad.
Right.
I don't know, maybe. So, anywho, so okay, what do you rate Aquaman?
It's not quite a gotta for me.
Okay.
It's a very strong let's go, like a B minus, B plus, A minus.
Yeah, that's where it's
like
for me.
Let's go and a half.
Yeah, it's a let's go for me. I think
I can give a half star.
It's a fun movie. Let's go see it.
Yeah, it was great.
But is it? It was hard because you didn't see this, but I saw Into the Spider-Verse the day before.
Okay.
And then the next day I saw Aquaman, and Into the Spider-Verse was just a whole other film. And even though it's an animation, like some people discount it because it's animated, it was so good, man.
Yeah, so many people loved it that I've heard. I want to see it, but
yeah, it's the gotta go. Like Into the Spider-Verse is the gotta go. Aquaman was the let's go. They're still both fun movies, and you can't compare them because they're just different beasts. Like they're telling two different stories, but like I had to weigh out like where was my enjoyment in my like what do I want to go watch right away again. And I would say Into the Spider-Verse was the one. That's my quick real like review. If you want to hear a whole thing, you can listen to the comic show. But yeah, Into the Spider-Verse was so fun. That was the gotta go. Aquaman is a let's go, and I think it's a step in the right direction for making these DC films. Like I like Batman versus Superman, but it doesn't please everybody. A lot of people are like, why is it so dark and this and that? But that was the story they were telling. So,
yeah.
Anywho, all right, let's move into some new stuff.
Okay.
Some new stuff. And I don't know if you've seen these things, Kelly. Actually, I do, because we talked, but I'm pretending like we didn't talk.
Okay. We didn't talk about anything.
Yeah. Birdbox on Netflix.
Okay.
Did you see Birdbox?
I have not.
Have you heard anything about it?
I watched the little preview or whatever you would say on Netflix.
Yeah.
Because my wife was curious. She was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "I don't know."
Oh man, she shouldn't watch right now.
Well, it's funny because
pregnant.
yeah. Yes. She immediately was like, "Nope, we can't handle it. There's kids." Like kids, and then just like so she's not, I don't want to say she's like terrible with suspenseful, but she like really gets invested into it.
Yeah.
So it's like this is not something to watch when we're going to bed. Like this would be a daytime watch if we have time.
This is a daytime watch when your kids are older.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's about all I know. There's something they can't see, or it like kills them or takes them into a nightmare. So they have to like what like
your version's way better.
I don't know. Like this is what I gathered. Like I said, I watched this probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, at least by now. Yeah. And the other thing we're going to talk about is been on the forefront of everybody's mind, other than Bird Box.
Yeah. So yeah, with Bird Box, it's interesting because I just kept seeing it on Twitter. I was like, Bird Box, Sandra Bullock. Okay, so I looked it up, and then as we were wrapping some last minute gifts on Christmas Eve, I think it was, or the day before Christmas Eve. Yeah, it was the 23rd. Me and my wife were just, let's watch it, and we actually were really into it. People have compared it. It's kind of like the flip of A Quiet Place. Like that's where you can't hear.
Okay.
You've seen Quiet Place, right?
No.
Oh shit. All right, I don't want to.
I'm kicking myself because I dude, it was a 99-cent rental on iTunes.
Yeah.
Like a few months
ago.
ago.
That's right.
I rented it and I literally got so busy.
Yeah.
I spent the whole 30 days and it expired. And I was like, dang it.
So dude, I just did that. My wife wanted to watch the Grand Royale.
Yeah.
Which we saw, which we loved.
El Royale,
sorry.
Bad Times at the El Royale.
Yeah, Bad Times at the Grand Royale. The sequel. At the El Royale. And so she wanted to watch it, falls asleep. And then she's like, "Oh, let's watch that movie again." It expired because we started it. So,
Girl,
and then she's
asleep.
like, "Well, we'll rent it again." In the beginning, she said, "Don't buy it." Now that if we rent it twice, should have bought it.
Right.
Anyways,
and here's one thing I'm gonna say is completely kind of a tangent, but kind of not.
Yeah.
iTunes.
Yeah.
Get your crap together.
Yes.
If someone pays to rent a movie,
let
them buy it for the remainder of the balance owed. If I rent a movie for $15.99, Give me the option, and you're selling it for $14.99. Give me the option to pay the extra $8.99 to buy the dang movie.
Yeah. You know what? Like, they kind of did that with iTunes. Do they still do the complete your album deal? Like, they prorate the price?
I don't know anymore because I have the Apple Music. But yeah. Complete your movie.
Yeah.
You've paid the money to rent it. Let me pay the rest of it.
Even like, let me take it further with the rental. Like, I didn't finish the movie.
Right.
Like, let me finish the movie. Thank you.
Right. End of story.
Yeah. Like, I get it. Most people watch the whole movie, but sometimes you got kids and you're tired and you fall asleep.
Yeah.
So, anywho, okay.
So iTunes.
iTunes.
Get your life, please.
Hit us up. Don't at me. All right. So, going back to Birdbox. So, starring, Sandra Bullock and, a whole bunch of other actors but what's his face from?
Isn't Malkovich in that?
Yeah, I was going to say John Malkovich. Like, you'll see a lot of memes if you're on Twitter of John Malkovich. It may spoil the movie for you.
Oh, geez.
But it's all, I should have listened to John Malkovich is basically what it is. So, it's, there is a phenomenon going across the world. And if you see this thing, if you look directly at this, it will make you crazy and you want to kill yourself. But there are a sect of people that they're already crazy, and so they'll kill you. and then everyone's kind of trapped in this house, and so you're basically daredeviling yourself, covering your eyes, and trying to find this place. And birds react a certain way, like as they react, like the birds,
the crazy people around
go this way, go towards this. Anyways, Sandra Bullock is just yelling at these two kids. She's just mean. You're like, these poor kid actors.
They're scarred for life.
How do they feel? But it's definitely good. You should watch it. I feel like the longer you wait, the longer the excitement of watching a movie now is gone, and then it's just gonna get spoiled for you. But I thought it was fun. Like, if for a rating, I'm gonna say it's a let's go, with the caveat qualifier that it's a Netflix movie. I don't know if it was going to come to, the theaters and Netflix is all, let's just buy this thing, because they have, those types of like situations sometimes. Because they bought that Jungle Book version called Mowgli.
Which I heard is super dark.
I heard, they're like, don't let your kids watch it. But they bought it. It was supposed to come out into theaters, and they're like, well, we'll just put it on Netflix because you're not going to make the money you think you'd make in the theaters, but through viewing it, it's more profitable. So anyways, they bought it, and I've been wanting to take a peek at it because it's what's his face from Lord of the Rings, motion capture guy.
Gosh, we went through this the other night. I can't remember his name for the life of me.
What is his name? He was freaking.
He's like
Claw. He was Claw in Black Panther, and I can't think of his name right now. The worst host for a show.
I know,
but anyways. Yeah, I want to see that. So there's just a lot of
Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis. There you go.
For the love of Pete.
Andy Serkis. So he's responsible for that mess. So there you go.
All right.
Okay, so the other thing on Netflix that I wanted to talk about was this Bandersnatch.
Black Mirror.
Yeah, Black Mirror. And it's 100% an amazing experience. You got to do it, dude.
I know. I've heard so many people. One of some friends of ours actually spent their entire New Year's Eve trying to go through all the different choices. Which, it sounds phenomenal. Like it's a great idea, and I'm judging by some of the Black Mirror hype.
Yeah,
that it's probably really awesome.
Mm-hmm. It's a great experience, man. For experience. Not even story. It's a gotta go. It's just like
choose your own adventure, right?
It's choose your own adventure, and it's really fun. And high praise to the whole team for putting it together because it's
seamless. I've heard it's seamless.
It's seamless, man. And
you don't see any.
It's just fun. It's actually I think it's fun to do as a group. I did it myself, and then I did it with my wife, and it was kind of fun. Like, okay, you pick it, babe. Like you decide.
Should we do a Bandersnatch party?
Huh?
Bandersnatch party. Man.
I think we should. And it comes to a point where like, what, every decision I make is kind of terrible. Does this reflect on me as a person? I think what they should do at the end of the episode, do a like, how terrible of a person are you?
Why does this guy always end up dead when I do this?
Yeah. but it's fantastic. The acting's great. It's what I loved about it. It took place in the 80s. I don't know why. I just love that era. It's such a great era for telling stories. Obviously, with like Stranger Things and stuff like that. So,
oh man, season 3's coming.
I know, but I'm just like, it should have came months ago.
It should have.
Summer.
I 100% agree.
Yeah.
And I saw, like, literally next Friday, Punisher 2.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the preview.
I've seen 2 previews.
Okay.
They're freaking great.
I'm stoked for it.
Yeah, I'm just like,
but
it's
also
a little bittersweet because they're gonna be like canceled.
Yeah. That's the discouraging part. It's
Yeah.
why not just cancel it now, but air it. I don't get. I do get it, but I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like, I get why Netflix did that, or why Disney is pulling it, because they're doing their own thing. But it's just, you couldn't just wait or have it on both or figure your lives out together. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's part of. My theory is and a lot of people's theories are all these Netflix shows are ending because Disney / Marvel / Star Wars are starting their own app, and so why compete with yourself?
True.
And so we'll see what happens. So they're gonna do that. Jon Favreau, like Star Wars show's gonna be on the Mandalorian. That's gonna be freaking cool. They are gonna have like a Loki show or something like that.
Huh.
Scarlet Witch show, like same actors from the movie. So they're gonna like push their own content to that app. So
that'll be cool.
Yeah. So I see them. I see why they're doing it. Like, you don't want to like compete with yourself. And maybe since Disney now has stock in Hulu, maybe they put those shows on Hulu.
Interesting.
So I don't know. Anyways, some good stuff. I give that show, like I said, a gotta go for Bandersnatch. You gotta experience it. And it's not as creepy as most Black Mirror things are.
Right.
Like I think you can go into it.
Mechanical animal dogs trying to kill you.
Yeah. It's not as nuts. I mean, it's not like watch it with the kids.
Right.
But it's, a thing. So
yeah.
Anywho. So, all right, Kelly, it's 2019.
2019.
People are starting to think, I don't got any more ideas. Let's just reboot everything in 2019.
Oh, gosh.
I'm like, no, we don't have to. The only reboot I'm looking forward to is Jay and Silent Bob reboot, because it's making fun of reboots. So that's coming out. But I was reading an article about Back to the Future being rebooted.
Oh.
And most people are like, don't do that. That's really stupid. Why would you reboot it?
Well, I'm thankful that they've listened for Goonies.
Yeah.
Because there was talk of a Goonies reboot.
No.
You can continue on the story.
Mm-hmm.
They're old, their parents, their kids go on an adventure. Fine.
I'm behind that.
Fine.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try and redo the original.
Yeah. Because here's the thing. Every time they reboot something, not every time, but the times they've tried, it hasn't really been successful. Case in point, RoboCop. That one that came out a couple of years ago?
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah. I remember they got the guy from that show that I really liked, The Killing.
Yeah.
Dude, that show was so good.
Yeah. My wife used to watch it. I saw a couple of them.
It's so good. You need to
Joel
watch it.
Kinnaman was his name?
Yeah,
Kinnaman?
something like
he was
that.
in Suicide Squad too. He played Red
yeah.
Flag. Same with Point Break. They just tried to super extreme it.
That was terrible. I actually sat down. It was on HBO when we had HBO at the house.
Yeah.
And I watched it and I was like, what?
Yeah.
What is this?
There was another one. It was Total Recall. It was a few years back.
That was like, what, Colin Farrell?
Colin
or
Farrell.
whatever?
Yeah, just not good. And so part of me is like, either, you can sequelize it. Like they
really
did
got to bring it if you're.
Yeah, like Fury Road, Mad Max Fury Road.
That was great.
That was fantastic. You went back to that world, different actors, whatever, and it was kind of a different focus because it was more of a focus on Furiosa.
Right.
But it was really a cool movie. Like, you didn't walk away from that like, that was garbage. Why did they remake it? There's a reason these things are so loved. Like, unless you really have a great take. I'm not saying all reboots are bad, because a lot of stories are just, for lack of a better word, a remake or a reboot of something.
Right, but when you have a classic,
it's like, do we need to try and reboot Ghostbusters?
There are. Yeah, exactly. Most of the time when you try and do a classic, few exceptions like Mad Max, etc.
Yeah.
But take like a cult classics, maybe something that's a little weak by some people's standards that doesn't really I would be interested for Sam Raimi to do Evil Dead again.
I think he was at some
and see
point.
if he can. There was a new Evil Dead.
Well, Evil Dead 2 is basically a reboot of Evil Dead,
right?
right?
But it's still done in that that same fashion. But it would be interesting to do. I don't know. I'm just throwing. That was a off the top of my head idea. But it's just something that was like a cult classic that's maybe not the strongest, but could be stronger.
Yeah, I like how Halloween and I didn't see it, but they're like all those sequels sucked. Here's we're continuing with this one.
Yeah,
you know.
Well, it was interesting. It was cool because there's a podcast that I listen to, and I would recommend if you're a music fan, called Song Exploder.
Mm-hmm.
Artists take apart their songs and kind of like play like little snippets and where they got inspiration from it. Blah 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 blah. They had John Carpenter on, doing the new Hollywood Halloween theme, which is basically just like a reimagining or a reboot of the original.
Yeah.
But he worked with his sons on it, and
that's cool.
they changed up a couple things, like very small, but it was really great, like listening to him to go into the original intent of that and stuff.
Yeah.
I was blown away that the original Halloween was made for something like an astoundingly low amount of money and has grossed like a huge amount. It was so weird.
Well, small budgets push creativity. That's why I think,
well,
there's a lot of fog and it's shot at nighttime because you have to hide a lot of stuff,
Well, I think he directed the original one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's so cool. Like, I would love to direct a movie and then do all the music for it.
Right? Yeah, I think there are some people.
Yeah.
What's stopping you?
I don't know.
Time. Life.
Yeah.
Kids, work.
All those things.
All those things. I'm going to quit and stop fathering our kids. See you in 20, babe.
Babe, I got a passion project. You're going to have to take care of the children.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. Okay, so let's cast.
Let's cast.
For giggles, because we're not going to make anything suck.
Cast the Back to
Someone
the Future
just
reboot.
dumped. They said, all right, Back to the Future is being remade, and we need you to cast it.
It's going to happen, but you're the casting agent. So
all right.
Let's see.
And we'll try to do it as fast as possible. Okay, what car do we use? You can't use a DeLorean. You can't use any of the things from the first one. Okay, and it has to be set in 2020.
Okay. I see the car. I hate to go like commercial, like James Bond did with cars.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they like had a new hip car. Like there's the BMW Z4 or whatever like that.
Yeah.
I hate to go that way, but Tesla.
There you go.
It's a future car.
A Tesla.
And like try and think way far ahead too. I don't know. Because they already have the Tesla with the butterfly doors.
let's say this movie, forget it. It's set in 2025.
Okay.
So it's like 50 years from 85. Was that what that would be, or was that 40?
Yeah.
That'd be 40 years.
40
from 85. In the year 2024, Tesla goes out of business, much like DeLorean.
Snap. Yeah.
So there you go. Okay. So a Tesla.
When your owner does way too much cocaine.
Yes.
And has weird ideas.
Except here's like a little fold on the story. It can go underwater too.
Ooh.
You can go to Aquaman time.
What kind of car would it be?
Tesla. No, you said Tesla.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Dude, I'm there. I'm with you. The Tesla. Okay. So, who is Doc Brown? Who is portraying Doc Brown?
Are we okay? So we're doing a complete remake. The original.
Reboot of this story.
Okay, because
it's not a continuation. It's not Marty McFly's
All
kids.
Right, no continuation.
Yeah. This is a reboot.
See, this is the problem because I don't know too many like young actors.
I know
right now that I'm thinking of like nobody pops
into
my mind.
Marty McFly is Tom Holland. Spider-Man.
I totally get that.
Or
that's a very.
Or you
wise
go
choice.
super Hollywood, like now it's a girl. It's Martina McFly.
Martina
McFly or Maya McFly. I don't know.
I get that they're trying to do
the girl from Bumblebee. I can't think of her name from Bumblebee.
Yeah, I get that that's all trying to happen, but it's like the Ghostbusters. It just leave it alone. There's no it's male dominant, whatever.
I know.
Potato.
This is the reboot, and the Hollywood studio is going to pay us a lot of money.
I don't care.
Hollywood is paying us.
If they're paying me, I'm gonna fight for. If you're gonna reboot it, it has to be the same.
All right. Okay, so
Tom Holland. That's a great. That's
I'm
great
Tom
choice.
Holland or I'm Haley Steinfeld. That's who I am. So
Who's Haley Steinfeld?
The girl from Bumblebee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's a hot commodity. That's a Hollywood cast. Okay, Doc Brown. Who's Doc Brown?
Who's a crazy old man with crazy hair?
A crazy old man.
Dude, if Christopher Lloyd's still alive, just keep him the same. Marty, you have to come back with me. Yeah, I mean, dude, he's still alive. I'm trying to think if...
Dude, it's Al Pacino. You just did it. You sounded like Al Pacino.
Marty, you gotta come back with me.
We gotta go to the future. Come on now. Oh man, it's Al Pacino.
Yeah, I can't do my Christopher Lloyd very well.
It's Christopher Walken.
Christopher,
hi,
Marty, you gotta come back in the Tesla, the flux capacitor.
Oh man! All right, who's Biff?
Biff. Oh boy. Man, this is tough to do on the spot.
I know, but that's what makes it fun.
People. Yeah, I know it is. Okay, so, who did we decide on for Doc Brown? Is it Al Pacino or did we go
like
Christopher
Walken? It's Al Pacino.
Al
but
Walken?
Then on the sequel, we had to recast. So
oh
it's
no!
Just like Marty's dad. Like it couldn't be that guy who's all super weird. His dad got replaced.
How hilarious would Steve Buscemi as Doc
Biff?
Brown?
Steve Buscemi as Doc Brown? That's freaking
like
great.
crazy-eyed. Because they always talking about like he's like supposed to be a crazy guy, and he's not like energy, but like he can be if he needs to be.
I can put him in there.
All right, I don't know.
I like Al Pacino just because it's so like, he's probably a bankable name, but yeah. All right,
Biff. Who's a good bully?
The Rock.
The Rock.
It's The Rock.
No, that would be too silly. I don't see that. He's not supposed to be like a complete meathead.
The Rock's in everything, dude. Has to be.
I know he's in everything. That's
it's the
problem.
2019 casting.
That's part of the problem, though.
I know. I feel like you almost have to lean into those caveats of like, all right, this is how casting looks in 2020 versus 1985. It's like, oh, let's find the right person. It's like, no, who can write a song?
Yeah, exactly.
Will Smith is.
Jeez, Will Smith. Good Lord, this is tough because I'm so like.
It's okay, man. I'm here with you.
Yeah.
Biff.
Let's see. Biff.
Dude, Jason Momoa. He can be Biff. Future Biff.
What about Bryan Cranston as Doc Brown?
Oh man, that would. I don't know if he'd be as manic, but that would be like a serious version.
Yeah. I'm trying to look at IMDb super quick. Oh, Alan Rickman. I miss that guy.
Oh man, Alan Rickman.
Sorry, I'm just seeing random pictures.
All right.
Biff. Who would be a good Biff?
John Boyega is Biff.
Who's John Boyega?
Finn from Star Wars. John Boyega.
I guess he could be a
from Biff from Star Wars.
This is tough. This is really
it is a tough
tough
game, dude. The reboot game is tough, dude.
This is because that's probably why most of them fail because they're
exactly, and we're proving the point.
Cast poorly.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm actually really excited about our cast of Tom Holland and Al Pacino, aka Christopher Walken, and The Rock.
What about? Man, yeah, this is tough.
Yeah, it is, man. This is a hard game. It's a hard life. It's a hard life.
Anthony Hopkins is too old. Can't cast him. I'm just trying to think of. No, just actors in general. I'm just trying to think of like superior actors, but that's so funny.
What's that?
I just searched movie villains and Biff Tannen actually came up.
See
in there.
See,
I'm trying to think of who he looks like the most. somebody kind of weird looking. A weird looking villain.
But he has to be, relatively young.
Weird looking, relatively young.
Because if you're Biff, you have to be able to age up,
Yeah. Man, I don't want to get too stuck on this. Who else do we got to cast?
We gotta cast Marty's girlfriend. So I'm trying to think.
Jennifer.
Yeah, Jen. So Jen, I'm gonna see either it's like Chloe Grace Moretz, who was like in Kick-Ass and stuff like that. Either it's her.
See, okay, here's my thought, and I just she doesn't play a pivotal role. She was more so in Back to the Future 2.
Yeah, that's
and
what I'm
I
saying.
think that was were they all three planned at the same time?
Probably not.
Was it planned to be a trilogy, or is it just like
in
this
one
was
it is now? Everything's a trilogy now. So here's the thing: if you don't like here's what I would do, because sometimes they do this. I would just cast Zendaya, who was already in Spider-Man: Homecoming with Tom Holland.
Mm.
They like to do that, or you have to do something stupid like Kendall Jenner. They'll be like, "Here you go."
God.
That's the studio is pushing her on you.
Kill me now.
No. So there's just different things. So
I would walk off the set.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing, and that's basically the cast because everyone else plays each other. You have cameos here and there, like the mayor. The mayor is definitely gonna be Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart plays the mayor.
Mayor of Hill Valley.
Yeah. And so you get cameos. You get like the principal is gonna be played by Michael J. Fox. And there you go. I feel like that would be a strong cast.
John Malkovich could be a crazy Doc Brown.
Oh, John Malkovich would be a great Doc Brown. Marty,
so that's a thought.
We need to go back to the future. What are you?
Or Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Just a crazy, crazy person.
Yeah. It's impossible.
It is.
But I don't know. I feel like our choices were good, man. Those are good choices.
Yeah, I'm really stuck on I want to do what do you call him? Biff. What if you had Dane DeHaan? Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
What if you had him get super buffed up?
Yeah.
He's kind of got that like
he looks weird. He's got a weird look.
Strange appearance to himself.
Yeah.
I
can see him.
Yeah.
Maybe. He'd be like and here's the thing. Like he'd be good in a creepy version. Like what if they tried to like straight Nolanize Back to the Future? Then you get like a really creepy, like maybe he's not physically imposing, but maybe he's like really smart.
Now you're talking. Now we take the dynamic completely to a darker place and not so like family.
Yeah, it's not fun at all. It has to be edgy.
Ooh, okay.
And it's all like it's gonna be scored by freaking Daft Punk.
Dang.
Yeah.
All right.
And so the future is apocalyptic.
I would hire Zimmer.
Ooh,
collab between Daft Punk and Hans Zimmer.
There we go.
Whoa.
There you go.
If we're going big budget, that's going to be my collab right there.
So it's a dark future.
Okay.
And, so I feel like we have to get rid of Pacino then and then bring in Malkovich, like you said.
Yeah.
And no crazy hair. He's shaved head. He's bald.
He's like...
he
Cyrus the Virus.
Yes, he is Cyrus the Virus. And he's dying. In the parking lot, but instead of everyone's there and they're filming it on their phones, and they're like, "What the crap's going on?" And then like Tom Holland, Spider-Man, aka Marty,
you're taking this crazy.
Yeah, dude, this is how it is now. And he's there, and he's saying, "I what do I do?" And he jumps into the machine, and Malkovich is crawling to him. He's he's bleeding out everywhere, and you have to like use your thumbprint. And while Marty just knows because earlier in the movie he got his thumbprint off of something.
Dang.
Right, and he uses his thumbprint to like take him into the future. But he gets to the future.
So he did Ant-Man took the thumbprint off?
Yeah, dude, and it's honked up future, dude. It's like everyone's dead. It's like, what the crap is going on? Oh, actually, he goes to the past. Sorry.
And then if we're gonna
he goes to the past to 1985.
Oh, then that's not the future though.
Yeah, so you have to go back to the future. Remember, it's Back to the Future.
To the past.
So he goes to 1985.
What if we just change it and call Back to the
it's
Past?
Called Back to the Past. Well, that's what ends up happening. Anyways.
Yeah.
This can go on forever. I think that's how it starts.
It could. I think you and I should just sit here and have a brainstorm.
Pontificate about future stuff.
Reboot all these movies and have our ideas, have our cast, have everything laid out. and we go to Hollywood and just start scheduling meetings.
Well, maybe we.
I got an idea. Reboot.
Maybe we'll put this as a segment. We'll just We'll just reboot stuff.
Yeah,
you'll do it every couple months. Well, all right, it's time to. We're gonna do a reboot.
Yeah.
So if you like this segment of rebooting, maybe we'll do another one.
Yeah.
Give us a movie you want us to reboot, and we'll reboot it.
Yeah.
So
maybe if you fly over to Patreon and throw us a buck,
give us a buck.
We might have a chance to do some additional content.
I would love to make a movie poster of this rebooted movie.
Yes.
And then you get that. So we can make it happen.
Let's do it. Suggestions and support.
There you go. All right, Kelly. How you doing?
I'm good.
You ready? Are you ready to wrap up, or you got anything for us?
I have some things I'm looking forward to musically in 2019.
Let us know. Let me know.
There's a couple coming out this month, so I mean within a couple weeks there will be a couple albums that depending on your music taste might blow your skirt up.
Ooh.
White Lies, I've talked about them several times. I've seen them several times. Huge fan. They have an album coming out on the 26th of January, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Or 29th, one of those days. Looking forward to it, but the 4 songs I've heard, I don't want to criticize. They're good songs, but they're a little drawn out.
Okay.
I think the first single they released is like 7 minutes.
Gotcha.
And the one they released called Tokyo, which came out I think yesterday. It's like pushing 5 minutes, which today's modern standard is kind of long. Another album I'm looking forward to that I've actually was going to plug to some friends is Kevin Kuning was is or was / whatever, the guitar player from The Killers.
Okay.
I know he's not touring with them anymore, but he helps write and record with them.
Didn't he play on John's New Division record?
I don't know.
I thought he did.
He might have.
Okay.
But he is also doing a solo album just called Kuning. Keuning. I've heard 3 songs off of that, and that's going to be coming out this month too. Really good. I like it. If you're fans of the New Division and bands you've listened to on the show, it's very, very much in the same vein.
Okay.
I've really enjoyed those. If you, I'm going to make this suggestion because I just hear the influence in it. There's an album I listened to by a band called Palisades. If you're a fan of Linkin Park, you will like them.
Yeah.
A lot of great vocals, great melodies, but very, very Chester Linkin Park hybrid theory.
Gotcha.
Like good Linkin Park.
Yeah. I don't mind Linkin. It's just never been like my jam. I just don't like the whole rap rock side of things.
I get it. It's more. This is definitely not rap rocky.
Yeah.
It's more straight up melodic singing and kind of heavier music.
Yeah.
Also produced by Howard Benson, who did Linkin Park Hybrid Theory. So I can hear the similarity for sure. The Aquaman score by Rupert Gregson-Williams. Great.
There you go.
If you like the heavy music, I've been very, very much listening to a album by a band called Silent Planet. It's called When the End Began. I think I might have plugged that last time, but it's been in heavy rotation. We talked about Jeff Rosenstock. That's been good too. But yeah, a lot of looking forward to a great year in music. Hopefully no more garbage rap, mumble rap. Please, just when is this fad going to die?
Hopefully now.
I hope soon. I hope my prognostication of this year it becomes a reality.
Yeah. You know what I would recommend? The soundtrack to Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
It was really good because, again, going back to it being an animated thing, people are like, oh, it's probably for kids. Like, the soundtrack doesn't feel like a kid's soundtrack. It's like it's pretty good. There's a few like clunkers on there, like I don't know, Jaden Smith has a song on there, like whatever. But overall, I don't know too many of the artists on there, but it's a good album, dude. Like my kids dig it, and you can listen to it with your kids and not be like, this is sucky. It's actually really good. It's a good stuff.
All
it's
right.
got some good songs on there, man. Post Malone's all up on that thing. Some Lil Wayne. So Vince Staples. You got some good stuff, dude. I like it. I liked it a lot. So it's fun. It's a fun little soundtrack. Dude, I've been listening to Smashing Pumpkins a lot lately. Because they have that new record. But I'm not like digging that, but it just took me into
The back catalog.
I
I love those times when you just like, man, this was my jam.
Yeah. But like the shiny and oh so bright, like the volume 1 thing that's like, I'm assuming there's something else coming out. I didn't read up on it, but it's okay, dude. Like Smashing Pumpkins is a weird band. Like, I don't know how to digest them sometimes. And it's really weird. Like they have this record that's I don't see it anywhere on their catalog. Like if you go to like Spotify, because there's a record that came out mid 2000s and it is not there.
What record?
It was called Zeitgeist. It is not on it's not on Spotify, dude. You don't see it anywhere. And I'm like, because they had a kind of a cool single called Tarantula. I remember it was on there. And I don't know what the crap happened to the record, dude. Like it's gone. It's nowhere to be found. You'll never find it. Like I have a CD of it, and so that's how I have it, but pretty interesting. Yeah. Just a little.
Wonder if that was like there's a shame in that. They're like, oh man, I can't believe we made this.
I don't know, dude. It wasn't that
interesting.
Bad. Anyways, there you go. Smashing Pumpkins. They're just a gotta go of a band. I wanted to go see them. And
I was a little disappointed because they didn't include Darcy on their plans, apparently.
Maybe they don't like her.
Well, I heard she posted something about an email that Billy wrote her and was just like, oh, by the way, this is happening and you're not going to be included kind of deal.
He seems like, kind of like a jerk. But
I've heard many of things, especially firsthand from a friend back in the day. Had an encounter with him in L.A. Like literally handed him his keys. Is like, don't F up my car. And he's like, dude, I just want an autograph. Like, what are you talking about?
I would have took his car. Like,
yeah, I know. That would have been hilarious. But he also didn't want to go to jail, I don't think.
That would have been disarm me with a smile.
And he would have been like, today is the greatest.
I've been like, hey, man, despite all of my rage,
I'm still
just a
rat in a cage.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So,
but yeah. So there's I have hope for music in 2019.
Cool. Yeah, me too. I feel like maybe there'll be like the return of good rap and then just straight up rock in your face.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right.
I'm hoping.
Rock and roll revolution.
Yeah, I think you just have to support that stuff, make it happen. Make some rock happen. Bring it back.
Grunge, 25-year music cycle.
No. I don't. You know my thoughts on grunge.
"Quote unquote" alternative.
"Quote unquote." I don't like grunge. Was just a term to sell flannel shirts.
That's true.
So because those bands they called grunge didn't sound the same.
That's true.
Not a single one. Nirvana, not Pearl Jam, not Soundgarden, not Alice in Chains. You know,
just
like,
great bands, but
yeah,
not,
like
not
wait, we have
unified.
a band. So we all came from Seattle, I guess.
Yeah.
That's
coincidence.
Yeah.
Think not.
I don't think that. You were just happy to be lucky if you lived in Seattle and had a band like, oh, shoot. Where Alice in Chains is like, we've been doing this for a bit, guys. Like, come on. Even Soundgarden was doing it for a bit, but like Alice in Chains actually, had success before all those other bands.
True.
So, with Facelift. All right. There you go. This was a good little episode. 50.
It was. 50?
Yeah, episode 50. In the box.
I don't want to compare this to age because...
No, it's just a celebratory, like, hey, man,
is.
We're still at it.
We made it.
So, excited about
keep going.
2019. Keeping going.
Excited about 100.
Excited about 100. I think we can actually make it to 100 this year.
I think so, too.
I think so.
Stick to our schedule.
Stick to our schedule and stuff.
Overachieve a little bit.
Overachieve.
There might be some ebbs and flows, but I think we can do it.
Yeah. So, thank you for listening. Please head over to our iTunes profile, to the iTunes podcast store. Leave us a review and then put 5 stars on it. And then we will read it online. Visit our website at www.letsgopodcast.com. And you can check out other shows like the Let's Go Comic Show and Start Today podcast. And you can maybe buy yourself a little shirt. We got some new shirts up on there. So support the show. That helps. It helps support the show. And, it makes it fun to do this because, you're consuming, we're producing. There's a little give and take there. If you would like to throw $1 down, we will send you some stickers and buttons and stuff like that. Maybe a magnet for your refrigerator. So when you open up to go get some ice cream at nighttime, you go, I like that show and I like them guys. So go ahead and do that. Excited for 2019, Kelly.
Me too.
All right. My name is Justin.
I'm Kelly.
Let's go.
Let's go.
What's all right, but then they got headed. Let the dinosaurs and East River. Where the shores are clear. Where the music's right.